I keep hearing $2,000 checks. If you have a family of 4, it'll be an $8,000 check. A family of 5, $10,000 check.
Just want to specifically understand what your objection is.
Many of those individuals, they're not financially struggling. Why would we be giving checks to people that truly don't need it? Add another $464 billion onto our already enormous debt.
That was Senator Ron Johnson 2 years ago, blocking the $2,000 stimulus checks. Now, let me know, did you forget about fourth federal level $2,000 stimulus checks? Did you forget about that blockage by Senator Ron Johnson back when former President Donald Trump had tried to pass a second stimulus check, sent the legislation back and said, no, I'm not going to pass a $600 check. I want a $2,000 stimulus check. And it was Senator Ron Johnson that stood up and blocked that. And now today, Senator Ron Johnson, he is back up for re-election in these midterms. Let me know, do you think people are going to remember this? Is he going to get re-elected? Or are the things of the past going to haunt him and he's going to lose his seat? Well, you guys, midterm elections are coming up, and stimulus, the fate of legislation, assistance, money to the people, it is in the hands of the midterm elections. I'm going to get you caught up on the latest. This is your breaking news, stimulus check update and stimulus package update. Now, you heard him say that it would cost a little bit under $500 billion to send out another $2,000 stimulus check to everybody in the nation. Well, it just so happens that the pandemic money tracker shows that that is almost exactly how much leftover money we have from previous packages. We literally could reallocate that, send it out to everybody in the nation, would not add to debt or inflation. It's existing money that's already been issued out, just sitting there, but has not been distributed out to the American people. So that literally could go out, you guys, but let me know your thoughts. Do you think that President Joe Biden and Democrats are going to be doing this? Are they going to be keeping their promises of stimulus checks, child tax credits, Social Security increases? I just shared with you earlier today a video as activists erupted, calling AOC a coward and a liar and saying that she needed to disassociate herself with the Democratic Party, like we're seeing several other people doing right now, because they're saying they have not kept their promises and the party is falling apart. And we're already receiving word that it is very likely, according to the polls, that in these midterm elections, House of Representatives is going to go to the Republicans, and they're also saying there's a possibility of that in the Senate as well. Now, Senator Ron Johnson, he's actually a Republican, but he opposed the stimulus checks, and he is up for re-election, and I've got some video footage you're not going to want to miss. He's making headlines right now with the debates that just happened yesterday for his re-election. Let me know your thoughts. Should he be re-elected? What about the rest of Congress? Should it go Republican? Should it go Democrat? Are they going to be sending out more funds? We've heard that things are not looking good for our economy. I'm going to keep you guys up to date on everything, but inflation's not coming down. The Federal Reserve said they're going to crank up the interest rates even higher. They're saying it's very likely we're going to feel economic pain. Unemployment is going to hit. Things are going to be bad, and we will enter into a recession. And we have heard a recession is the #1 reason why we will likely get that fourth federal level stimulus check. Now, we will see you guys, because we were hearing a lot of this was going to be happening as we get closer to the midterm elections, and now we're hearing child tax credits going to happen after midterm elections. Social Security increases going to happen after midterm elections, and now stimulus checks in a recession. We're hearing very likely a recession will be hitting officially in 2023, you guys. So we will see. I will keep you up to date. Now, let me share with you the video footage making headlines, and also stick around to the end. I'm going to share with you that old clip so you can see it for yourself, a stroll down memory lane almost 2 years ago. Senator Ron Johnson and his opposition to $2,000 stimulus checks literally could have gone out 2 years ago, you guys. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, if you appreciate the updates, keeping you up to speed on everything, letting you know what's happening with stimulus, Congress, the economy, midterm elections, don't forget, do me a quick favor, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Any specific questions, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. And if you want to stay up to date, totally free, hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. I've also got a second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to help you out with growing wealth, personal finance, more content coming on that channel. And also, if you want access to the a comprehensive list of every stimulus check in the nation on every level. States, cities, counties, not just federal, but all of them. I have a list of literally over 100 different ones that I've compiled, active right now, that many people don't know about at www.reliefroadmap.com. I've spent the past 3 months assembling that so you can have access to everything, you guys. But with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at this video footage of the debates happening right now, how he's making headlines. Let me know your thoughts. Is it karma, some of these things? And also take a look at what happened 2 years ago.
The FBI set me up with a corrupt briefing and then leaked that to smear me. I am. No, I mean,
I'm sorry.
All right. He is referring to corruption with the FBI, which I've been trying to uncover and expose.
All right. So, do we have time for, please, audience, please, we're trying to get through these. So our final question here tonight is, both of you have been successful in life. You have 30 seconds here. Mr. Barnes, you go first. What do you find admirable about your opponent?
Well, no, seriously. I do think, the senator has proven to be a family man, and I think that's admirable. That's absolutely to be respected. He speaks about his family. He's done a lot to provide for them. I absolutely respect that.
Mr. Johnson.
I mean, likewise, I appreciate the fact that Lieutenant Governor Barnes had loving parents, a school teacher, father that worked third shift, so he had good upbringing. I guess what puzzles me about that is, with that upbringing, why is he turned against America? I mean, why does he find the founding of America awful?
Somehow.
It puzzles me.
We did not.
I just want to specifically understand what your objection is to this. It could be that it's just such a big number to saddle our children with that you don't want to do it, or it could be that it's going to people that haven't been as impacted. It's not targeted enough to the right people. Let's say there was a way to get that 2,000 just to the people that were really in need. Would you be for it at that point, or you just are going to be against it because of adding to the deficit no matter what?
No, you just explained the reasons. It's not targeted. It's add another $464 billion onto our already enormous debt that's out of control and unsustainable. And so the fact that we've had 9 months to take a look at what happened with the last stimulus checks, by the way, about 18% of that was spent on essential items. The rest was spent on either non-essential items or paying off debt or additional savings. So it certainly wasn't stimulative. I certainly want to help people that are financially struggling through no fault of their own because of COVID. It's one of the reasons I voted for the $2.2 trillion CARES Act. We've now appropriated, we've authorized about $4 trillion of aid, but we did it in a shotgun approach. And we don't have an unlimited checking account. We're $27.5 trillion in debt. By the end of this fiscal year, it'll be over $29 trillion. And I keep hearing $2,000 checks. If you have a family of four, it'll be an $8,000 check. A family of five, $10,000 check. And many of those individuals have been working. They're getting a paycheck. They're not financially struggling. Why would we be giving checks to people that truly don't need it? So, again, we should have gone back to the drawing board. We should have really targeted this relief. By the way, people are already going to get, a family of four is going to get $2,400 in the relief bill that was just passed. It was a $900 billion relief package. So it's just the lack of targeting, the lack of thoughtful consideration given to mortgaging our children's future by another $464 billion. I know it sounds good. It feels good to give away money. Everybody loves benefits. Somebody's got to be thinking about how, the effect of this on our future generations.
Yeah, the case has been made that we need to, the Fed, politicians, policymakers need to do more and not necessarily worry as much about whether it gets exactly where it needs to go, but just sort of, as you said, use a shotgun approach. Is it better to err on the side of frugality when some people will not be helped? Or would it be better to maybe worry about this? We're hearing a lot of that. Let's worry about this later. We can run deficits.
Well, again, people already will get $600 checks individually, $2,400 for a family of four. If you're unemployed, you'll get a $300 plus up to your state unemployment benefits. So there's a lot of targeted relief. We're throwing $300 billion into PPP loans so those businesses can keep people employed. So we're throwing a lot of money at the problem and not paying any attention whatsoever to the mounting debt that is simply unsustainable.
So there you have it, you guys. Let me know, did you forget about that, or did you remember about those federal level stimulus checks being blocked in Congress? Now, we're going to be seeing what unfolds here as we enter into midterm elections, as we enter into the new year, and as our economy starts to crumble apart, we're hearing. And I will keep you up to date every step of the way, regardless of what they do or do not pass. I'll be sure to report it here so that way you know the latest and you can stay up to date on everything that's taking place, you guys. But with that being said, thank you so much for joining me once again. Don't forget, smash the like button for the algorithm, hit subscribe to stay up to date. Instagram, SteveRam3, second channel, SteveRam Finance, and www.reliefroadmap.com to get access to the comprehensive list of every stimulus check in the nation. But with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'll catch you in the next one. Have a blessed weekend. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.